is a beautiful morning. You know, when I went on my Grand Canyon trip last year, I did some research on other parts of Arizona, and the desert really stood out to me. I wanted to come to the desert. I didn't make it on that trip, but we're here today. We camped on this overlooking Theodore Roosevelt Lake last night. Had a great night last night. I'm really looking forward to exploring this part of the Sonoran Desert for the next 2 days. We're aired down, ready to go. We've got a route picked out, and we're gonna get started, and we're gonna take you along and show you what we find. We're gonna take Forest Road 60 through the desert, and we're gonna make a side trip up Forest Road 895 to Thompson Mesa. There's an old cabin up there I wanna try to find. And then we're gonna come back and just continue to explore Forest Road 60 and try to find a desert campsite for tonight. Well, we're not gonna make it to the cabin. Road turned into a really rough 2-track, and we have a long way to go. And once you get on the ridges, the 2-track's not bad, but going down those draws, the washes and the loose rock and ledges and being narrow, more than I want to do by myself. So we're gonna turn around and start heading back to Forest Road 60 and just explore some of those side roads and kind of look for camp. Well, we're on Four Peaks Trail right now. We saw some really good campsites where we were at off of Forest Road 60, but it was too early to set up camp, and by the time we started looking for camp, we really couldn't find a really good spot. So we continued on. Four Peaks Trail that's what we were going to do tomorrow. So we just thought we'd get started on that, and really haven't found a campsite that looks great yet to me now. We're coming close to one that I had marked for tomorrow night, so that would put us a full day ahead. But this Four Peak Trail has been really nice, and just been a long day. So we're going to push on and see what this camp looks like up here, and that may put us a day ahead, so then we'll have to kind of figure out what we're going to do tomorrow. Well, it's about 10 o'clock. We finished the Four Peaks Trail. Never did find a campsite that I liked, so we got on the highway and pulled off a few places and still couldn't find anything. So we just pushed on to Payson, which is on our way home. And then we turned going east to Show Low. And I started searching for campsites, and I found this in the Pondarosa campsite. So just decided to stop here for the night, pitch a tent, sleep, cook some breakfast in the morning, relax for a little while, and we'll come up with our next plan. Wanted to spend one more night in the desert, but it didn't work out on this trip. So we're going to see what this part of Arizona has, and we may even creep on over into western New Mexico. It's beautiful there. So we'll get some sleep and figure it out in the morning. Good night. Good morning. Had a pretty good night's sleep despite the highway noise. We're pretty close to the highway. You can probably hear it in the background. But we've got coffee made, starting to break camp about 7 o'clock. I think this morning there's a visitor center near here. I think it's Rim Visitor Center. And I think it's pronounced Mogollon. We're on the Mogollon Rim. That's a ridge line that runs east and west through central Arizona into New Mexico. And there's a lot of public land here. The Tonto National Forest, which I think is where we're at now. This campground is in the Tonto National Forest, I believe. And then adjacent to the Tonto National Forest to the east is the Apache National Forest. So we're probably gonna do some research and see what we can find. And we're probably gonna just find a camp pretty close to here, disperse camp hopefully, and just relax today. We're ahead of schedule. I didn't plan on being here until tomorrow, so we're just going to find a camp near here, relax, and enjoy this day. Well, it's just about 10 o'clock, and I think we found camp for the day. Beautiful, beautiful spot. It's just picture perfect. We're at, I think, 7,700 feet elevation and some change. Right off of Rim Road, just west of, I believe it's Heber, Arizona. Several spots here, but I think we have a really nice one. We don't have camp set up yet, but let me show you where we're at. Just among the pines, it's scattered pines. It's open enough where you can see. A lot of birds. We've seen some mule deer on the road coming up here, so that was kind of cool. And according to the signs, there's wild horses up here, and we've seen some hoof prints. So maybe we'll see some wild horses. But look, we have a nice lake in front of our camp. Just beautiful. A little breezy today. That's the only downside, but it's going to be nice, and we're going to enjoy the day. What an amazing campsite this has been. We had a relaxing day yesterday, took a little walk around this morning. This is just a beautiful spot. And to top it off, while I was cooking my pancakes, a couple of wild horses started grazing around the little lake behind camp. Just been a picture perfect camp. I hate to leave, but we've got some miles to log today, so I'm gonna clean up my breakfast dishes and we're gonna hit the road. I hope you have enjoyed the video as much as I've enjoyed making it. Thanks for watching.